Hey, good morning, and welcome to NFL Gameline. This is a weekly game where we do our picks. And let me first start off by introducing myself. I'm Larry Abels, and I'm joined by Neil Abels. How you doing, Neil?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm good, thank you. And we have with us, the icon of DC, the Salsa King, Go-Go Earl Rush, also known as the Sports Doctor. How you doing, Earl?
I'm doing pretty good, Larry. I'm trying to figure out why my camera's so damn blurry, but I'm gonna stop being vain and just do the show.
Okay. So, I'm not I want to thank both of you guys for the efforts that you've made the last couple of years. You guys have been very competitive in this, and it kind of inspires me as I go for my three-peat. Me and the Kansas City Chiefs are going for a three-peat this year.
Wow.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Wow.
So we'll see how it goes.
I knew it.
And I want to give a shout out to our friend Charles Snowden III. He just got put on a 53-man roster of the Oakland Raiders, so he'll be playing this week and next week.
Yeah.
So I want to wish that brother all the luck in the world. He's a real nice guy, and I wish him all the luck and safety in the world. All right, so we can get started with this year. Start the 24-25 season. And I got 7 games here, I believe. Yes, so let's get started. First game I have are the Giants and the Vikings. Earl, we'll start with you, the sports doctor. Who's going to win that game?
Where are they playing?
New York or New Jersey?
I both are sorry, so I don't know. I go with the Vikings, man. I can't never vote for a team that's got the Giants quarterback. He's just horrible.
Neil, who do you have?
I'm going with the Vikings as well. I kind of agree. This is a hard pick to pick from. The Giants haven't been looking good the past 3 years, 4 years. I'll take with the Vikings.
Well, I picked this game because I thought it was hard too, and I'm going to pick the Giants because even though I'm not all that thrilled about their quarterback, I don't know who the Vikings quarterback is. So I'm going against you guys on the first one. I'm going to take the Giants. I got another buddy, Mike McEady. He's on the subway, and he wanted to participate, but he can't. So he sent me his pick, and he asked me that I share with you guys because he wants to participate, and he's picked the Vikings. Okay. The next game I have are the Texans versus the Colts. Both of them have young quarterbacks. The Texans quarterback proved it last year. The Colts quarterback is still a question mark, but a lot of people think a lot of Richardson. So, Neil, who do you have in that game? Colts versus the Texans in Indianapolis.
I'm going to take the Texans. I usually go with a home team, but the Texans, they look good last year, and I'm pretty sure they're going to come back a lot, much better. And I'm taking the Texans.
Okay, Earl, who do you have between those two teams?
I'm going to Indianapolis because I'm not as big of a star as everybody is. They act like he's the next Joe Montana. I ain't seeing all that.
Yeah.
I'm going with Indianapolis. Y'all's good though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you he's not good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing outlandish. Listen, they pumped him up like he's one of the top 5 or something. No, he's not. But I'll go with Indianapolis.
Well, I'm going to go with the Texans in this game. I think just like Richardson has something to prove, I think Stroud's a little ahead of him. So I'm going to go with the Texans. I think they're pretty evenly matched teams. But I'm going to give a slight edge to the Texans. Plus, they picked up Stephon Diggs, so I look for their passing game to be a little better. Okay, next we have the Las Vegas Raiders at the LA Chargers. That's funny to say because, I got to get used to both of them teams being in those locations. So the Raiders are visiting the Chargers. Earl, who do you like in that game?
I'm going with Charles Snowden's team.
Raiders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because they added me to the lineup, I'm now a Raiders fan.
So you don't draw a distinction between being a Raider fan and thinking the Raiders can win? or you think Charles is going to put them over the top?
Oh, it seems like this year the guy's going to be having jokes.
I'm just curious.
Well, it's good. Just, have something different. You do it straight up.
I just want you to be clear. I wasn't asking you which,
I'm just
fan.
saying exactly who's playing who. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. You remember, I always play to win.
I'm just curious. Some of our viewers may not be as astute as you are.
The Chargers, they got problems. They got a new coach and all that, but they still got problems, man. It took me a while for they clicking.
Mm.
Okay. Neil, who do you have in that game?
I have the Raiders as well, and I kind of agree with Earl. They knew they got a new coach. They got different players switch up, traded, went to other teams. So I think the Chargers are gonna have to get to learn each other before they get to really start winning.
Okay, I'm gonna make it unanimous. I'm gonna go with the Raiders too. Probably for the same reason Earl's going with them.
Because of Charles.
I meant to say my buddy Mike McEady, he's also texted me the Texans in the game before, and he's picking the Chargers, so he's going against us this time. Okay. Next game, Dallas Cowboys versus Cleveland Browns. Browns at home. Neil, who do you like in that game?
I'm gonna take the Browns. They played pretty good last year, no matter what quarterback they had. And I think the Cowboys just up and down. And I'm gonna take the Browns.
Earl, who do you have in that game?
I'm going with the Browns. The Cowboys are a hot mess.
As much. My buddy Mike McEady's also going with the Browns. So all three of you guys are together, but I'm going to pick Dallas to win this game. I know the Browns have a great defense. I'm just not sold on their offense yet. Okay, next game we have the Rams against the Lions. The Rams visiting Detroit. Earl, you're up first. Who do you have in that?
The Rams.
Long-time Rams fan. Neil, who do you like in that game?
I'm going with Detroit. I think it's going to be a good one. I think Detroit's going to pull it out. They're going to be at home. I think they'll pull it out at the end.
This was a tough one for me. As two teams that swap quarterbacks. For some reason, I see Detroit rising and Los Angeles not as good. So I'm going to go with Detroit as well. Next game, Pittsburgh Steelers travel to Atlanta. Atlanta has a new quarterback, and so does Pittsburgh. Neil, who do you like in that game? The Steelers at the Falcons.
This is what I did about that game. I just threw it up in the air. And I'm going to go with the Falcons. Like you said, I don't know about what quarterbacks, who playing or what. And I usually go with their home team advantage. So I'm going to go with the Falcons' home team advantage.
So I think we got Kirk Cousins. I think Justin Fields might be starting in
Instead
Pittsburgh.
of Russell?
I just saw something last night where that was I think Wilson was doubtful, but who knows? Earl, who do you like, Steelers and Falcons?
Steelers. 3 lackluster quarterbacks, but I'm going to go with the Steelers.
You're not going to pick Kirk Cousins, huh?
Well, I'm gonna go with the sports doctor on this one. I think Pittsburgh, again, I like their defense. I'm not exactly sold, even though I don't know, Atlanta has Bijan Robinson. Ooh. I'm gonna still stick with Pittsburgh in this game. This might be a mistake. Okay, and the last game I have, and my buddy McEady, who did he pick? He picked the Falcons in that game, and he picked the Lions the previous game. The last game we have are the Commanders versus the Buccaneers. We'll start with you, sports doctor. I could already write yours down because I know who you're going to pick, but you can make it official. Commanders versus Buccaneers, Earl.
I will never root for the Commanders. Buccaneers.
I already wrote it down. Neil, who do you have?
I'm going with the Buccaneers as well. And yes, I'm a Commanders fan, but I'm a realist too. I don't
I'm
think
going. I'm going to take the Commanders.
okay.
Rookie
Is there
quarterback.
any reason why?
Rookie quarterback's going to surprise you guys. I'm cautiously optimistic that he'll come out and have a good game today.
That offensive line is going to surprise you even more.
Hey, look, here's the deal. I can roll the dice and go against you guys. I have a chance of getting ahead. You know, this is a tough season. I need all this money in the bank. I'm gonna roll the dice on this.
I hear you.
Okay.
Well, that's all we have. So just to go over the picks, Earl and Neil took the Vikings over the Giants. I took the Giants. Neil and I took the Texans over the Colts. Earl took the Colts. All of us took the Raiders over the Chargers. Neil and Earl took the Browns, and I took the Cowboys. Earl took the Rams, and Neil and myself took the Lions. Earl and I took the Steelers. Neil took the Falcons. And you two took the Bucks, and I took the Commanders. That sound right to everybody?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in, if anyone did tune in. And whether you tune in later and see this, join us every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on NFL Gameline. Oh, Sharice is there. Hi, Sharice. How are you? Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Sharice.
Glad to see you. So everyone tune in again every Sunday during the football season at 11 a.m. Eastern Time to NFL Gameline. And also, this week we're starting up Real Fellas Talk Sports at our regular time at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. What time is it? We changed the time?
We moved the hour up to 7 o'clock.
Okay. I wasn't aware of that, or maybe I forgot about that.
Oh, you probably got tired of looking at all the stupid messages in the chat room, and you just probably just ignored that.
Sports Doctor says the new time is 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So 7 o'clock Eastern Time on Real Fellas Talk Sports every Wednesday. Take care. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.